Team Neo presents Obsidian the Skirt Chaser Story. Part 1. One day there was a guy called Obsidian. He went on multi-theft auto and played a bit. Then a mysterious female arrived called Sophia. Naturally he was intrigued, so he asked her some questions including what are you wearing? Part 2. The next day he went back on multi-theft auto, and she came on as well. They were all alone, or so they thought. The evil Nia _ some guy was watching their private messages. He saw Obsi give Sophia his MSN, and saw some dirty conversations between the two of them. Part 3. The next day people got suspicious of Obsidian and Sophia. Sophia's brother Nia Craden threatened to read their MSN logs to whole of Team Neo. Obsidian got scared, because he was cybering her in MSN, so he told her to delete the logs. Part 4. By now everyone all knew about that Obsidian liked Sophia, so he could not hide the fact that he wanted to do something to her. Part 5. By now we all know that Obsidian was going to get laid, so Kazza05 hatched an evil plan to get Obsidian in trouble by telling Nia Craden of what's going on, and showed the private messages between Sophia and Obsidian. Part 6. Nia Craden was mad because Sophia was only 16, so he hired Chris, known as the woman with an axe, to kill Obsidian. Part 7. Obsidian wanked off. He came all over the keyboard, with a picture of Chris on his screen topless. Then his mum walked into the room naked. Obsidian then realized he had 10 minutes to spare, and as he was missing Sophia, he looked around for something in his bedroom, then whipping out his dildo under his bed, he unwrapped it with joy, holding it tight under his top, calling to his parents that he is going to be in the shower and he doesn't want to be disturbed. Obsidian then decided to have a sex change and go straight to the sex shop to buy himself a rampant rabbit. Part 8. Obsidian ran off with a guy in a Spock costume. They got married and had kids, then got divorced. Part 9. Suddenly Obsidian is back where he started, looking on multi-theft auto for girls. Part 10. Obsidian sat on IRC and multi-theft auto for days, weeks, months. Then the one he really loved, Sophia, came back. He had to explain he was now a girl, because he had a sex change. Part 11. She dumped him. Part 12. Obsidian decided to set up his own sex shop, full of his favorite dolls and dildos. Part 13. Obsidian's sex shop was destroyed by Obsidian's old girlfriend, Andy. She crashed into it with a plane. Obsidian went into the woods, sat on a log and cried. Part 14. Obsidian then went back home. His mother forgave him, then went back on MTA to his old ways, hunting for girls. He met Kitsune Fox, dumped in 10 seconds. Then met Nero Llama, dumped in 20 seconds. Then met Baz's mum, lasted a good night, then dumped. Part 15. After this whole shocking chain of events, Obsidian thought to himself that maybe man love was the way forward. He already had a bit of a crush on a guy called Kazza05, but was unsure if Kazza05 would accept this new love. Only time will tell. Part 16. Obsidian the Skirt Chaser made his own song, I Kissed a Boy, and I Liked It. Part 17. Obsidian's single was a smash hit. Shame he was a she-male. Part 18. Obsidian's other single was, Hey You, I don't like your boyfriend, no way, think you need a new one. Part 19. Obsidian bought an island near Miami. It had a huge mansion with 32,542 bedrooms, 23 built-in strip clubs, 2 gay bars, 1 sex shop, 4 indoor swimming pools, 1 kitchen, 4 living rooms, a gym, a built-in replica of White Hart Lane and a statue of David Pleat. The island also had 4 boats and a helicopter pad. Obsidian lived with a mermaid from Turkey. Part 20. Obsidian killed the mermaid because he was straight, tall, fat and supported Millwall FC. Obsidian then dated with Soldier Boy, then got married, and had Soldier Obsi Boy babies. Part 21. Obsidian and his Soldier Obsi Boy babies self-harmed. Part 22. His babies got taken into care. Soldier Boy left Obsidian for 50 cents. Obsidian cried, sold his island, and went back to his London household with his mother and sister. Part 23. Obsidian decided to work at the nearby gay bar. Strangely he bumped into Sophia, who had a sex change to be a man. They got back together. Part 24. Obsidian and Sophia had Sophia Obsi-boy babies, which have manginas. Part 25. Obsidian soldier Obsi-boy babies escaped from care and started World War III against the Sophia Obsi-boy babies. It lasted 3 months. Obsi and Sophia hid in the London Underground. The war ended with both babies all wiped out. Obsidian cried on a log. Part 26. Obsidian and Sophia looked and discussed with each other that they both should start playing multi-theft auto again. Part 27. Obsidian cheated on her with Anderson. She dumped him again. Part 28. Obsidian got drunk. He couldn't type right. He thought it was snowing washing powder in London, and he kept leaning outside the window. Part 29. Obsidian admitted he was bisexual. Part 30. Obsidian realized he was a bisexual on the night of October the 29th 2008. Obsidian will have it written on his tombstone. Part 31. Obsidian fell in love with a primary school past love Rebecca, but pissed her off when Spurs, who Obsidian supports, drew 4-4 with Arsenal, who Rebecca supports. Obsidian hated the fact she supported Arsenal, so he got her drunk, humped her, and dumped her in a hole. Obsidian then went back home and played MTA. Part 32. Obsidian's mum randomly went in his bedroom and said that the toilet seat is broken in half and she can't get BBC 2. Part 33. Obsidian got a prank call from Russell Brand and Jonathan Ross. Part 34. Obsidian realized he was legal to have sex, so he went to have a gangbang with a couple of girls that are legal. Part 35. Obsidian got arrested as one of the girls was only 12. Obsidian cried, but cheered up, after seeing what the showers are like at the jail. Part 36. Obsidian was released from jail for good behavior. The next day he had a sex change back to be a man, as he kept getting picked on in jail. He decided to be straight again, and hunt down Sophia. Part 37. He found Sophia, he pinned her down, and begged her to give him one last chance. But he was too late, as she was married to the power. Obsidian went down on his knees, as his love is in love with his archenemy. Part 38. Obsidian declared war on the power. Obsidian's army of dolls, against the power's army of the Oompa Loompas. They fought day and night, morning, and evening. It seemed like Obsidian was about to lose, his doll army were all wiped out. Part 39. Sophia came out of nowhere with a minigun and killed all of the power's army. Sophia trapped the power in a corner. Obsidian came up to the power and yells out, "Loser." Obsidian had won back Sophia's heart and went hanky-panky overnight to celebrate. Part 40. Next day, Obsidian looked into Sophia's eyes. She looked back. Sophia said, "We have a future." Obsidian agreed and nodded. They were about to kiss, but then Obsidian woke up in his bed. It was all a dream. None of it ever happened. However, he discovered that he wet the bed. The end.